Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
Terra Spencer, Beth Watts Nelson.
Church glowing golden, I remember your smile. and the echo of footsteps as we met in the aisle, and the music was gentle, but it lifted us high. It was just an old folk song, but it still made me cry. We went to a party with some friends down the street. The wine kept on flowing as we followed our feet to a house on the hillside while the town was asleep. Every step on the staircase had a secret to keep. All the words I remember, and I remember the tune. At the end of September, and me and you and the Lunenburg moon. Your hand I was holding, my heart skipping beats in the bed of a captain with sails for its sheets, and the room was so quiet, just whispers and waves. In the darkness we drifted, two souls to be saved. All the words I remember, and I remember the tune. At the end of September, and me and you and the Lunenburg moon. You're far from the harbor, and the ship has sailed on, and the shore winds blow colder the longer you're gone. And I wait by the window, watch the snow fly, and you're miles from the ocean with no moon in the sky. All the words I remember, and I remember the tune. At the end of September, and me and the Lunenburg moon. At the end of September, and me and you and the Lunenburg moon.
Terra Spencer. Playing on a guitar she didn't even practice on and crushing it.
absence of a friend. So we swam in student loans and sold sandwiches and cell phones. We didn't have a dime, but we still had time to spend. Thought that we knew everything, jumped the gun with 2 gold rings and got married in the blazing August heat. Yeah, we opened all the gifts we got in the Empire Theater parking lot. Yeah, we tied the knot and we never got cold feet. There isn't one thing I would alter. I know you'll stand by me through thick and thin. When we walk together, our steps will never falter. I don't know where you stop and I begin. 20 years in. Remember when you bought me that pair of fancy stockings one Christmas when the money was running tight? Well, I was so mad for what you spent. I overlooked your good intent, but we still paid the rent and they still fit me just right. Oh, we lived in dingy basements, so happy to have our own place. Went to school and brought 2 babies into the world. And even after all these years, changed plans and changed careers, I only really want to be your girl. There isn't one thing I would alter. I know you'll stand by me through thick and thin. When we walk together, our steps will never falter. I don't know where you stop and I begin. 20 years in. For tea, he brings her flowers, and I see myself in her, and just how young we were, and I hope she knows a love as sweet as ours. There isn't one thing I would alter. I know you'll stand by me through thick and thin. When we walk together, our steps will never falter. Don't know where you stop and I begin. 20 years in. 20 years in. 20 years in. 20 years in.
Yes, ma'am. That is one heck of a fun jam tune.
I set out with the sunrise on a set of worn-out skis. My heart was hanging heavy as the snow upon the trees. I was thinking of my granddad, how he'd given many warnings to watch out for coyotes in the woods on winter mornings. Ooh. With a dagger in my pocket that could kill me if I fell, I made 2 lines like the highway through the trail I knew so well. At the log bridge by the river, I heard a rustle at my back and caught a glimpse of a coyote that was following my tracks. Ooh. In a flash she launched for me. I stumbled in my skis. She ripped my snow pants at the knee. With a mittened hand I wrestled, tried to free my granddad's knife, and drove it deep into the soft fur of the dog to save my life. Ooh. With a whimper she relented, and the snow turned angry red. She licked her wounded shoulder while my own leg pulsed and bled. A shadow broke the sunlight through the corner of my eye. A pack of young coyotes come to watch their mother die. As her babies gathered round me, I could smell their puppy breath, and my thoughts in that brief moment were of life instead of death. As they tore me into pieces and licked my old bones clean, my spirit grew so peaceful, the most at rest I'd ever be. Running fingers through their hair, and all the times I'd wronged them, caught my leg in my own snare. But I will see no fiery furnace, no box deep in the ground, just a pack of wild coyotes and their high and lonesome sound.
Yes, ma'am. Terra Spencer, Coyotes.
I rub my hands and absorb the heat, radiating up through the passenger seat. The engine idle, silent in the bitter cold. The light shines through a clean gray slate, a whisper of blue and the weary weight of hearts too heavy for our hands to hold. The hurt comes quick, the words come late, hours spent on an expiry date, and we both have other places we should be. The chance we had has passed us by, a stray plane in a neutral sky, a tear stain drying on a jacket sleeve. Hearts can pound through brick and mortar, cornerstones are crumbling into dust. Come down, I come up short. I wanted more, I wanted more, I wanted more. The walls lean in, the roof has caved. One more thing that we can't save. Time and change will win, no matter how we try. And it's hard to say no, and hard to say when, to tear it all down or build it up again. There's a gentle art in saying goodbye. Hearts can pound through brick and mortar. Cornerstones are crumbling into dust. The walls come down, I come up short. I wanted more, I wanted more, I wanted more of us.
Terra Spencer.
My friends.
What a beautiful, beautiful song.
You come home late and you come home early. You come home big when you're feeling small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. I got a heart that burns like a fever. I got a weak and a jealous mind. How can a love that'll last forever get left so far behind? What in the world has gone over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow. Cross the evil line today. How can you ask about tomorrow when we ain't got one word to say? What in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. in heaven's name have you done? You broke on the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run.
Kelly Hunt, Brandon Day,
John
John Prine, Sound of the Speed of Loneliness.
I think
Beautiful, my friend.
We just broke it. We just set a record.
That was
some kind.
That was Lonely Mach 4. Warp Factor, super sad.
Yeah. I was once a little girl too, so I know how it feels to be small, standing in your Easter dress, trying not to make a mess. And yes, I loved my teddy bears and dolls, but there was one thing I loved most of all. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty manes shining in the sun. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free when they run. That's why little girls love horses. See, I had this disease that made my whole body hurt. So no cartwheels and no climbing trees for me. But I had my mother's piano, couldn't make a big old noise. I had horses running through my dreams. When I drew them, sometimes I gave them wings. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty manes shining in the sun. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free when they run. That's why little girls love. That's why little girls love. 'Cause to the world you may be just a little thing, but to yourself you are big as the world. Something in a horse's eyes is just the same as a little girl's. Horses beautiful, horses gentle, long pretty manes shining. Horses powerful, horses all muscle, horses free when they run. That's why little girls love. That's why little girls love horses. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Some come from riches, some are born of the fruit of their hand, while others are formed in factories in search of a better land. Oh, we move as a mountain, will not tremble at the weight of our plans. All in all, we scan the horizon in search of a better land. We are an orchid bursting through the rubble of hate. We are fragile, oh so fragile, it's our greatest strength. And we'll build it, not in our image, but in who we plan to be. We'll have room to grow these seeds we've sown, stretching outwards towards the breach. Gather your love, shine your light. Be the first morning rays after a long dark night. Join your hands, open your heart. It's just one small step, but now that's how all the big things start in our search for a better land. It is here, not in the future, but within our outstretched reach. All the brave and crazy among us are howling at the moon and stomping our feet. Just as the restless must always find a place to lay their heads down to sleep, so do the lepers living within us see themselves in the eyes of the righteous indeed. Inside the rolling ring, none of it is worth its weight in salt. We're just vessels for cosmic exploration, wondering if we'll finally answer the call to gather your love, shine your light. Be the first morning rays after a long dark night. Join your hands and open your heart. It's just one small step, but hell, that's how all the big things start. Gather your love, shine your light. Be the first morning rays after a long dark night. Join your hands and open your heart. It's just one small step, and that's how all the big things start in our search for a better land.
Fox and Bones, Sarah Vitort, Scott Gilmore. Folks, grab a seat. Yeah, baby. Cool daddy-o. Cool daddy-o.
She circled the wagons, she didn't give me a chance. She pulled my heart out with a seismic glance. And this race was over before it even began. If I was a horse they'd shoot me, but I'm only a man. And if I had a designer, he was well equipped. He was tried and tested, and he stuck to the script. He drank a bottle of brandy before he drew up my plans. If I was a house, they'd knock me down, but I'm only a man. I get lost in translation, I fly into a rage, I splatter affection all over the page. But this is no love story, we're not Jack and Diane. If I was a letter you'd return me, but I'm only a man. And the songs of fondness carry me up towards the planets. Then the songs of numbness send me crashing back down to earth. I'd catch the stars if they'd help me know what you're thinking. If I could paint your dreams, then I would, for all that it's worth. But I can't. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm lying here on the floor, waiting for an answer for your knock at the door. But you're on greener pastures, you've slipped through my hands. Still, if I had wings I'd fly to you, but I'm only a man.
Yeah, man. Beautiful. Pat, Byrne, Beth Watts Nelson. Folks, I'm EB. You're in the EB Lounge, and we are rocking the very first episode of Season 2 of Storytime. And what an episode it is already. Like, just, these are just beautiful songs by both of you. They're absolute delight to play. We've got so many of our good friends who are hanging out with us here in chat, and some new ones as well joining us. And the whole idea, the very idea of this convoy, EB convoy, is so that friends of Pat's can meet friends of Beth can meet friends of Pat's, and all the friends that I buy off to be my friends can meet all the rest of y'all. So thanks so much for no, I'm kidding. You guys are great friends. They actually, they're really cheap. They just take pizza rolls. They're yeah.
I better get some pizza rolls.
I
know.
know.
Let's talk of pizza rolls.
I
You're
know.
making me
I better
hungry.
deliver, right? Yeah. I don't actually have any pizza rolls. I should get some.
It's okay.
Like promises, EB. Dude, what a beautiful song. I remember you as I grabbed the lyrics to send to Beth a little bit earlier when we were prepping, and I think there was a link or something, basically or a description on the Bandcamp page where the lyrics were. It's like, oh, this is basically about feeling inadequate. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. That song, does that come from anything in particular background? This song, or tell us where that song comes from.
Sometimes, you'll just feel compelled to write a song. You're like so emotional or whatever, and there's something going on in your life and you want to sit down and write about it. This one was more like I heard a line that I liked in a movie, and I was like, I'm going to write a song about that. And I was actually in a cafe with earphones in and just sat there for a couple of hours and wrote it. The movie was Herself, which is a independent Irish movie. It's great. It's about the housing crisis in Ireland, where a lot of people, the government will put them up in hotels because they can't afford homes.
Wow.
And so it's about this single mother, and she spends her days as a house cleaner for several like rich people. And one of them is like this female doctor, and she arrives at work one day and the lady is passed out in her bathroom, and she's like going through some medical thing. And the maid is like, is everything okay? Will I call a doctor or whatever? And she's like, no, if I was a horse, they'd probably shoot me, but I'm only human or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that, because
Such a great line.
Yeah, I think everyone feels inadequate.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. And that line just stuck out. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could write a song based around that sentiment.
Yeah.
And then just all these other things started coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was basically kind of like the hook that got you going, and you just ran with it.
Yeah, she said like I'm only human or something, but only a man just fit better, and then that was.
Oh, don't worry, we won't rat you out to the movie, the studio.
I wish they even cared,
Right? So if you've seen the video that I have like 3 seconds of what I 100% believe is fair use. In Convoy. If you've never been to you could probably guess just by seeing the decor of the house, but I literally have on my sofa a giant
Middle Earth
map of Middle Earth, right? So I'm a bit of a Lord of the Rings fan, just saying. And so I really wanted to stick where there's we crossed the line with 1,000 screaming trucks. There's a scene where my favorite scene in all 3 of the 12 hours of Lord of the Rings, the extended cuts, because really, what other cut is there? But point being, where Gandalf shows up at Helm's Deep, on the 7th day, look to the east, and then they do, it's the 7th day, and then Gandalf storms down with Éomer and like thousands of badass dudes on horses.
That's in the video?
It's like 3 seconds, yeah. So I say that, I put credit in there just to say from New Line Cinema, just to cover my bases.
Peter Jackson's like, where's all this extra money coming from?
Whoa, I got a Venmo ding of 3 cents? What? What's going on?
I just saw
EB Convoy.
I saw it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in Chicago, the Lord of the Rings musical. Have you seen it?
I saw you post, how was it, please?
Look, of course it's impossible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was way
do
too
you-
ambitious.
Epic.
Right, sure.
But I had a really good time. Like, if you were to judge it on its own merit, it's not a good musical. But it's
Let me tell you something true. It's hell on earth when I'm with you. Got me screaming till I'm blue. But nothing is gained, there's nothing to lose. I don't mind that you cry all the time. I think it's funny, don't you see? And I don't mind, you like to waste my time. take all your problems, you blame them on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me count the ways you deny me heaven. 8, 9, 10, 11. And I get to 12, you know I be stepping. There's 13 reasons why I'm not there. 13 reasons why I don't care. Said you're the reason why I'm not there. You're the reason why I don't care. So I don't mind that you cry all the time. I think it's funny, don't you see? And I don't mind, you like to waste my time. You take all your problems and blame them on me. Come on, Evie. That you cry all the time. I think it's funny, don't you see? And I don't mind, you like to waste my time. You take all your problems, you blame them on me. You take all your problems, you blame them on me. So take all your problems, just blame them on me.
Joshua James! What's up, my man? Greetings, senor.
Hey, wonderful, wonderful being here. Thank you for having me.
Welcome! Dude, so awesome to have you. Man, so first off, as a newbie, as a first-timer, as all the things to first time here at Storytime, hanging out with me at the EBLounge, I would love to ask this question. So 2 trains, one leaving Chicago, one leaving New York City.
I'm somewhere in Delaware.
Boom! Nailed it. You know, I had a feeling you knew the answer to this one.
Yeah,
So
I
crushed
studied the
it.
math book before I showed up.
I read maths. I read math things.
I can spell the word math.
Well, that's better than me. Is that with 1 or 2 Z's? I can't remember.
4.
4 Z's. Ah, that's, you know what?
4, baby.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Man, boom. Man, brother, it's good to have you. So what was the first thing when you walked into the great EB Tavern? What was the first thing that caught your eye?
Oh, I mean, the giant skull back here. What are you talking
I mean,
about?
Sid is rather prominent, isn't he? Sid the second.
Well, first of all, if you have not been here, which I'm sure most of you have not, this whole room is so sick. It's like walking onto a theater set. It's really cool.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Thanks, dude. We go for immersion around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm way back in time.
Oh my
somewhere.
gosh, that's awesome.
Oh, what's the point of hoping when all hope is lost? And what's the good of trying if it comes at a cost? Oh, I've done everything between tears and medicine, and there just ain't no relief to find. looks like a crystal ball, and I see endless cold, but I feel heat in my bones. At least I'm feeling anything at all. What's the point of hoping when all hope is lost? And what's the good